Yo, yo, yo! What's up? It is your boy, Detroit Lenny here. Morning Wood Sports Show with Allie Burns, except she's running 2 minutes late. So it's just me. Smile, nod, hit the like button, share us out. She'll be in a couple minutes. Oh, I got some glare off my glasses today. And I'm telling you right now, I'm wearing a hoodie and a beanie because I'm freaking cold in Las Vegas and I don't care what y'all tell me. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. As always, FanDuel, sponsor of the show. I don't know why that's not up in the corner like it's supposed to be, but there it is. FanDuel, no sweat first bet up to $1,000. All you got to do, follow the link in the description below. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. My headphones are goofy. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me in the chat. Something. It's freezing. I woke up. We fell asleep and the windows open last night. It's freezing in Vegas. Don't forget, though, link in the description of the video. Just click on the link. You go right to it. No sweat first bet. It's in the description of the video. Peng, poom, pow. Click it. Take you right to there. That's all you got to do. What else we got going on? Don't forget, she's run late because of this right here. Check out the primetime prop drop. She just filmed it. Should probably be dropping like shortly for today for Thursday Night Football. So her and Allie Burns, Scott Reichel on YouTube, available now. It says now. I don't know if it's literally available now. Probably like after this show, I would check. That's what I would do. What else we got going on? I'm just going down the banner list. Picksandparlays.net, promo code NFL saves you 20% off the entire site. So don't forget, check that out. Boom!
I got you.
Don't do that.
I got you.
I like your shirt.
Thank you. My mom got it for me in Italy. Isn't it dope?
Not really. I didn't get one.
That's fair. I got this groovy little ring too. And a cool Italy jersey. So
I got this protein drink from my fridge.
I'm so hungry right now. I can't even stand it.
Meal replacements.
Supplement.
So I just went down the banner drop. Just told them about FanDuel. Told them about the prop drop. Told them you were late because you had to perfect the prop drop because you got some good props for today.
Yes. He was 3-1. Michelle was 3-1 yesterday on the prop drop. So nice. He's back on top. I think he's like 25-21 now. So we're in the winner's circle, people. We have been the whole time. It was just a little bit closer, but now it's happening for real.
That's fair. I'm putting together a nice little parlay because last night's didn't work. Boy, I'll tell you what. Bowling Green. Bowling Green let me down
Bowling
last
Green
night.
is a disaster.
Bowling Green cost me. Well, they could have been making car payments, but instead it cost me extra in car insurance.
So there's that. So before I erase the board, so these guys are all still left in the Woody. We still have AJ's and Kim McGee are still tied in the last Woody.
Damn.
Yeah. I need a Go-Gurt. Would you give me a Go-Gurt?
Me too.
Sounds cool. What am I trying to say?
No
so
idea.
one of you still left. So before I take over the board, I want to show you guys what I've been working on with the money in the primetime games. So I got to take over the whole screen now.
All right, got it.
I'll see you in a minute. Shit.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me. Still here.
You're the producer. Boom. You do it. You're the producer. I'm so hungry. Okay. So, excuse me. So here's what's up. Thank you. You guys know I've been crazy about this line movement thing, okay? So instead of just looking at the lines and what they're doing like throughout the day, you think you're memorizing things, but you're not necessarily, right? So on the Sunday night game, the Titans and the Chiefs, I took a picture of the line on Saturday at 6:42 p.m., right? Then I did it on Sunday at 8:07 a.m., and then I did it on Sunday at kickoff. And basically, I'm just trying to see what the money's doing, what the line is doing, okay? I think this is really more important in the primetime games because we can watch the numbers roll. And I've got these photographed for tonight's game in here also. But I just want to show you guys some things and take with it what you will, okay? Saturday at 6:42 p.m., $206,000 have been bet on this game. Of that $206,000, 76% of it is on the under of the money, and 77% of the tickets are on the over. All right. Now that 47 went down to a 45.5, right? So this is the number we're dealing with. So we could see this 76% of the money likely moved it down to a 45.5. Okay. Sunday, next morning, right? All the games are about to get ready. They're getting ready to start. But again, this is the late game. So now we've got $385,000 on, again, the under. 65 or $385,000 is bet. 65% of that is on the under, right? 250,000 on the under. 73% of the tickets are on the over. So this is still at the 45.5, okay? Here's what happened. Right before kickoff, now there's $5.2 million bet on the game, okay? Not 385,000. $5.26 million is bet on the game. And it's all been on the under. It's all been on the under. But then what happened? Now 67% of that money is on the over. And what happened over here? The 45.5 went down to a 45. So in this weird way, it's like all the money has been on the under the entire time. But then at game time, when the money really counts, it all flips to the over. And what did the game do? It went under, right? So that's $3.5 million on the over that didn't cash, right? The book doesn't want to pay out the most amount of money. 1.7 million is what did cash. And that was $1.6 million in that half of a point of line movement. So that's kind of the way that I'm trying to look at things, right? A lot of times in college basketball last night, I would notice it would be like, over, you know, the money's on the over, the tickets are on the over, but the line moved under and the game went under. The line is on, or the money's on the under, the tickets are on the under, but the line went over, the game went over. They don't want to pay out who the most amount of money is on during the game. And when you start breaking, I mean, do this on your own time. You know, I do, my whole phone is full of this with all kinds of different games because basketball is different. Football, we have the advantage of being able to look at this line for days and see what's happening, right? Okay, so that knowledge has been in my head, and I just wanted to share it with you guys that, like, this is real life, you know, like
there'll be a test later, people. There will be a test. She will have a test on Friday.
Yep. Bet your A, I will. So yeah, when we're looking at these amounts of numbers, like with the primetime games, I think it's incredibly important to check where the numbers are at right around kickoff time, because that's going to be your best indicator as to what's going on. I don't know if I delivered that properly. That's why I wrote it on the whiteboard. I don't know if that makes any difference to you guys, or even if I explained it right, but I just wanted to let you guys know this is how I'm doing it. And when I'm talking about where the money and tickets are at, that's why. Okay. That's why. In that, what was it? You know, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. in that time, freaking $5 million came in on that game. You know, it's important stuff to remember. Okay. So Kim McGee and AJ's, you are still in the last Woody from last week. And all of you folks, oh, Lenny, could you see if Korean basketball, the Orions, -2.5, did that cash? That was Jones' pick.
Korean
okay, let me say hi to the chat. I'm sorry I've ignored you. Chat, my loves. Okay.
Yesterday? Or well,
Greg, I don't have time for this right now. We're kind of in the middle of some shit. What's up? How are you?
What?
Don't have time for me?
I know.
I'm kind of trying to run a show here.
Hold on a second. I got to get somebody else on the phone. She don't have time for me.
How are you, friend?
The Orions won.
They did -2.5.
They won by 10.
Did you say the
Nice job, John.
Korean basketball. That's where we're at in life right now, Craig Trout. Korean basketball.
Hey, if I, you know, remember when COVID hit and we were betting on ping pong?
Remember when I cashed the handicapper Tom betting on ping pong?
You're still not betting? You're still not betting ping pong? I thought we were supposed to continue.
I dipped to a new low during COVID where it was like, you know, my daughter was running across the road. I go, let me time you and see. Do it again. Let me bet on an over-under. I mean, that's
I still send Allie, Nick, and Tim the lines from my 10-year-old's 5th grade basketball games. I'll send them the score at halftime, and then we handicap it right there.
The best is, you know, I live in a small town now, Southeast Ohio, and we have a big group chat of like, and they're like, what the high school college football lines? There's someone in Ohio that goes through every game and puts the lines every week, and so people clip them out and send them to me and go, who would you bet? I'm like, if I start betting on college or on high school football, like I'm a degenerate of degenerates. I'm not
problems, right? We got problems. Right? Yeah. No, I get it.
So what are you on for tonight?
Man, I don't like this game at all. I have $0.
Wait, I need a 30-second timeout. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is my.
What happened?
Apparently, can't work my buttons. So the buzzer beater is starting right now, everybody. This is what the picks are coming in on. It's any basketball pick, NBA, college, or player props. Your juice has to be under a -150, and we're playing for a T-shirt. It's just like the last Woody standing, but it's only basketball, okay? And also, if you're in the last Woody standing, put LWS or BB, okay? So I know which one that you're going with here. Okay, sorry, I had to, get that out.
What happened? Where did he go?
Craig, we're ready!
He's got an announcement. Now he's not ready.
The new hoodies are here.
Oh, I got a hoodie.
I love it.
I need a hoodie.
Put me full screen there.
Hold on, I got it.
So this is what you guys are playing for.
Hoodies are here.
1,000 under 146.
Excited.
Does that come in man sizes?
I have all the way up to 3XL.
All right, that's all I needed.
Yeah,
it's cold in Vegas. I had to put a hoodie on this morning. I woke up freezing.
The weather forecast, it was like earlier this week that, everywhere, like the, Midwest, everywhere is going to be colder.
It was beautiful in Detroit when I was there for the weekend. It was actually nicer there than it was in Vegas.
One thing that Rachel was saying about the Thursday night game tonight is that it's pretty much in hurricane territory right now, and not just Carolina Hurricanes like the hockey team, like real actual wind and rain and stuff. So keep that in mind when you're betting on the football game tonight. Kansas smiles.
I think the NHL should make the Florida Panthers should be the Florida Hurricanes, and then the Carolina should be the Panthers.
You don't even understand my issues with Carolina Panthers and the Hurricanes and where they're located. This is always a problem with me.
Whose idea was it? Because who the first one was? Let's put the Hurricanes in Carolina and the Panthers in Florida when the Hurricanes for the college football is in Florida.
It's Miami.
Right. So it's not of all the names
the Florida Panthers and then the Carolina Panthers. I can see even then I had to think about it. I can never get that right.
Right.
Apparently Panthers are a thing in Florida though. Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not
saying it's because back in the day in the 80s when Freeway Rick Ross ran the streets of the South and traveled with all of his crack dealers. They all bought Panthers. This is a true story. I'm not making this shit up. And back in the 80s when, the crack epidemic, drug dealers, they all wanted big gold chains, Mercedes, and exotic animals. And they had Panthers. And they would buy, and then they would.
Is it the only
get loose?
Though? Is it the only professional team?
No, Florida Panthers, the hockey team.
But is there any other?
Carolina.
I can't think of any other pro teams in any major sport that have the same nicknames.
Panthers?
That would be it, right?
Oh. Well, there's the football and the hockey, and no, there's not a basketball, and no, there's not a baseball. So that would be it, right?
What I'm saying is, there's Cincinnati Bengals. There's no other Bengals for any of the other major sports.
Oh.
There's
no Lions. There's Tigers. But
Tigers. They're just called Tigers.
Detroit Tigers.
Bengals are Tigers.
Right, but they're the exact same team, the Cleveland Guardians.
Let's not get started.
Who else wants to be called the Guardians?
No, I'm just saying. It was just when you go through the picking the name process, you would think you would be let's do something that's different so that sometimes people just say Panthers. Some people just say, Tigers, or some people just say Bengals. You pretty much know who they're talking about, except the Panthers.
That's fair.
All right, so Lenny, I saw someone said that you're passed out with a bottle of
it might happen. There's a rumor floating around.
There is a rumor. I saw a picture actually.
Oh, don't.
The picture started, or the rumor started, and then the picture showed up. So like it like doubled down, tripled down. What do they say that? I double dare, I triple dare. What's that?
It was a TikTok involved. My wife, she thinks she's funny. She took pictures while I was drunk.
Your wife is funny.
She is. From what I was told, I had a great weekend.
If she divorces you, she will have a line so long it'll be around the corner.
Well, you know. What do you want me to tell you?
I don't know if everyone in our chat knows this, but Craig has a strong man crush on Lenny. Okay, let me just let you guys know that right now. Craig,
I'm kind of a big deal, Allie Burns.
Man crush on Lenny.
I am TikTok sensation. So,
like, what do they call it? TikTok.
Craig Trapp, hold on. I got recognized this weekend at the Lions tailgate.
Yeah, and then when we were in Vegas, you got recognized. Remember?
We were at the dinner. Yeah. So
the guy came over to talk to me, and he's like, "Oh, I know him too."
Yeah, I didn't want this kid at the Lions tailgate. He's like 21 years. He runs a podcast called "The Tailgate Wins and the Lions Lose," and I was like, "Ain't that the truth? The tailgate wins and the Lions lose, but not that Sunday."
Hey, Allie, we might lose him because the city of Detroit might like bring Lenny back. They're like, "Hey, listen, we can't win anymore." But he was in town.
I'm worried about that.
Yeah, he's just gonna like. They're gonna like.
It's not me. It's Mandy. I don't know why people think I had anything to do with it.
What was the monkey? The good luck monkey that was it the
rally monkey?
Oh, the rally monkey. Yeah.
In LA, it was the Anaheim Angels.
So Hit the like button, people. Detroit Lenny monkey. You're gonna have like Lenny going.
Frustrated right now.
Like
who are you on tonight for college basketball?
What's the what was the toy growing up?
I like Vermont. I like one, but Vermont was but no one cares. Nobody absolutely cares. So you guys should keep doing your thing.
Craig Trapp, who are you on for college basketball?
I didn't like the games tonight. To be honest, I didn't play any tonight, which is rare. Usually I have a play in college basketball pretty much every night, but I loved the Jackrabbits on opening night. I also loved them last night.
I cashed them both times, baby. They were my Woody yesterday.
That's what you were texting me last night was the Jackrabbits.
Jackrabbits? Yeah.
I was like, who the hell are the Jackrabbits?
What?
Huh?
The Toledo game. So it's tied up. They have the ball, the Jackrabbits. The guy throws a cross-court pass. The guy steals it. The guy has a game-winning layup for Toledo. We would have won because he misses the wide-open layup. And it goes to overtime. And we're down 4. We wouldn't have covered. And they made a miraculous comeback, got a steal underneath the score, steal underneath the basket, and then we end up losing. Right. So we did win, but it was like this guy just makes the layup, we win.
Oh, God.
Brutal.
Allie Burns for my buzzer beater. I'm going to take what Tate took. I like the actually like that pick. UMass money line.
Hey, Allie, what's the prognosis on UNLV? I mean, I have not read a lot about positive or negative about UNLV men's basketball this year.
I got my job back with UNLV basketball. We haven't played yet. I haven't seen them play yet. I think they play Incarnate Word on Saturday as their first game, and then they play Davidson on Tuesday. I really don't know.
Or they was on the road.
As far as I know, they haven't played yet.
Not at all?
Like, I have their schedule in my phone, unless I'm just totally not paying attention, which I'm kind of not. So,
well, that's good.
I'm doing the women's basketball. No, they played Southern Utah on Monday. They did.
Okay.
And they won 66-55. So yeah, and then they play Incarnate Word on Saturday. I don't know.
Do you do the men's or
Incarnate World is like.
It's one of my favorite teams to bet on. So don't even come in here talking about Incarnate Word.
I was just going to say, that's a favorite. That makes a card for her on a daily.
Well, I don't know why, but both of y'all are bugging me right now.
I'm agreeing. I made money on Incarnate Word because of her last year. And I hate college basketball. So 90% of my picks come from either her or the Twins.
I was worried Allie wasn't going to show up because I heard the Powerball, or what is it, Mega Millions, whatever it was hitting California. And I was like, what if Allie went over and bought a ticket? I don't have Allie anymore.
No.
Listen, I played when I was in Michigan.
Had a grand plan to leave us all when he hit it in Detroit.
Oh, hell yeah. I was never coming back. Y'all would have never
That's
ever
right.
heard you. I would have went down as the legend.
He wasn't
of
even
Detroit
going to take
Lenny.
you with him.
I wasn't taking my kids. I wasn't taking anybody. I was
I'm way
iffy on
more
Manny.
fun than them, and I can hold my liquor 1,000 times better than B money. Okay, I've seen that.
Well, I know.
That.
but-
You
20
can't
bucks
hold
in,
Kool-Aid for anything.
I put 20. I donated $20 to the.
Oh, I put $50
Don't ever
on
bet
2
Larry.
times I was there. I bought $50. My
Jason's
cousin.
back.
I bought $50 of Powerball from I was in
What's
the
the
ghetto in Detroit lottery,
Crazy.
and I got a free hat. The guy behind the counter gave me a hat.
So what's the offer from FanDuel right now? Do we have an Ohio
No
offer?
sweat, first bet.
Do they have the free $200? Just sign up in Ohio?
No, that's
No.
yeah, they do. Yeah, don't they?
100.
100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every
Yeah,
ad.
that video is awesome.
Every ad around here for everything online now is Sportsbooks because of course we're open in January 1st, and I mean it is.
I signed up for FanDuel, Barstool. Who else? That was it, I think, when I was in Michigan, because I can't get it in Vegas. Craig Trapp froze. He froze. Yeah, I signed up for both. I used your little link here too. I signed up. I wasn't
I
playing around.
appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. Breaking Vegas pen minus.
So yeah, I was on that. I don't know. I don't really have. I don't have a whole lot of
Off,
time.
in case you don't know that you're in. Let's go wild. Detroit Lenny. This is who's in the last Woody standing.
Yeah.
So I need your picks. Let's go wild. Detroit Lenny, Korma, Crystal Craig, David Allen, Julie Carly, Jose Sierra, Brian Gillihan, Foxy, Alan Miles, Easy Moolah, Velco, Detox, Tate, J Miz, Robert Dixon, Joan, and then Kim McGee and AJ's. I need your last week's last Woody. So that's what's up.
Let me see if I can get. I really. I wonder if I could get
Vegas. I like Vermont. That is the team that
Lenny,
I did today.
Did you like the new apps? Because you don't have those options of apps in Vegas.
No, I don't. And I'll tell you what, FanDuel, I was like, I'm still using that, like via whatever. But I do like that. I like some play. I like the fact that I can I can parlay some player props. I do a lot of 2-3 team parlays, and I like saying, okay, if I like this guy to get a point and this guy to get a point on a hockey line, I can stack that and go, okay, I know those guys are on the same line, and especially on a power play, if one gets a goal, it probably comes from this guy an assist, and I can take them both over a half a point, parlay it if one goal, and I can hit both props. I like that stuff. So I do a lot of intricate stuff as far as NFL and NHL. So.
Okay.
Well, hoping that we get Superbook has been on. I had a couple meetings with them, so I'm hoping we get a deal with Superbook because they're going to be in Ohio.
Do we get capes? If we get a deal with Superbook, I want a cape.
Okay, that's a good call. I want a mask.
Put it in. I want a mask too.
No, you already asked for a cape. You can't have both.
You can't have a cape.
I don't want a cape. I want a mask.
Oh yeah, you do.
You sounded like you can't triple stamp a double stamp. You can't triple stamp a double
stamp. You can't triple stamp double stamp. I already called it.
That's what it sounds like.
That's usually how our conversations go, by the way.
I want it too. You can't have it.
I already got it.
I told Superbook though, I said, hey, you get in for Ohio, I'll give you a deal, but you gotta hook us up with some stuff in Vegas when I come out for like March Madness or something.
Okay, so Brandon the Great, this was a thing that we did for a while last season. He says, I'm always worried when FanDuel gives out touchdown props boosted. If you like touchdown props, probably a low score. We have a thing called Fade the Promo. And one of our Woodies, Matt Drake, the international man of mystery, Matt Drake, brought this to our attention like a season and a half ago. And that was just kind of the idea is like, if they're boosting, like they don't give away free money. If they're giving you like a boosted prop or something, you may want to steer clear from it. If not, just fade it altogether. What are your thoughts on that, Craig? And what are you guys talking about with these teams? What is this? Don't even tell me I'm taking Kings. You guys know better. I feel like something's going on I don't know about.
That's don't fade the promo. I wouldn't fade it. They actually want you to win.
Fade the promo.
Because when you win, you're going to spend that back. It's like you can't just like deposit. You can't just withdraw.
Some of the stuff, like I see a lot on FanDuel with like they'll do like 3 or 4 like a boosted but what I do like is they'll tell you how many people have taken this is a popular parlay. These 3, and it'll be like a player prop, a game, a side, whatever. It'll be a few player props or a few games, and it'll be 3 or 4 teams, and they'll tell you 7,247 people bet this promo, and it's $10 to win this, and or whatever. It'll say something like that, and I do like that because I'm a round robin guy, so I'll do it and round robin them on the 3s or something like that.
I always say people have this like this like they have this magic genie or something, the sportsbooks, and they want everybody to lose. It's like no, they want you to win, because guess what? When you win,
you'll come back and you'll lose it all by yourself.
You'll bet it all back, and then you'll deposit more, and you'll keep losing. So they have the advantage. It's called juice. That's all they need is.
Right. Allie Burns, I'm going to take for my last Woody. Hold on, I got to put in my last Woody. The Red Wings.
Craig doesn't understand. We're running a tight ship here. Okay, Craig?
Yeah, we're on a schedule, Craig Trapp.
Give us some picks.
Who did?
Rangers, Red Wings under 6.
Okay.
Wings under 6.
Hey, Verlander opted out. Is he going to sign back with the Tigers?
Yeah, he's going to retire a Tiger.
That would be awesome. He's like, I got 1 year left. I'm going back to the Tigers because I want to go back.
He'll go for like, he won't ask for a lot of money either. His wife, Kate Upton's from Michigan. She's right. Her family's still there. They still own their house in Michigan.
He's going back.
Retire a Tiger.
Like he just opted out to get more money. I'm guessing. He's going.
No,
back.
He's going to retire.
No, he opted out. So he opted out because he's going to get.
No, he's going to sign with the Tigers and then retire.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
That's the. I mean, there's a lot of hope there from a Tiger fan, but
that ain't.
I'm just saying.
But I mean, like. Yes. Anyway, all right. I just wanted to jump on to you guys were talking. So, who do you like tonight, Allie?
I'm taking Vermont.
No, I mean like the NFL game I was talking
about.
Oh, I don't care. It's basketball season.
Yeah,
I don't care.
See,
but they did.
I stopped paying attention to baseball when football season starts, and she stops paying attention to football when basketball starts.
What I showed them at the beginning of the thing is that I've been like taking stats on the way that the lines are moving the day before, the morning of, and then so on and so forth. And then so by game time, I'm going to look and see where all the money's at. And then I'm going to get on the other side of that is kind of how I've been dealing with the prime times. I do like it under because of the rain that's going to happen tonight, but I'm not going to watch this game. So I'm not going to bet on it. I could give 2 craps about the Falcons and the Panthers when college basketball.
What happened with college basketball? Like usually the first couple nights, they have the coaches Cancer Classic, in Indianapolis. And it's like usually Kansas, Duke, Michigan State.
Michigan State and Duke always play really. Yeah,
did they didn't last year they play on an aircraft carrier or something?
Oh, that's still happening like this weekend or like in the next few days. But usually the 4 best teams or 4 of the biggest teams play in Indianapolis. The coaches for Cancer Classic. Are they not playing it this year, or is it like later in the year? I mean, I'm opening night. I'm like, okay, I'm going to just bet on some of these big games. And I look down and there is no big games. I mean, there wasn't a good game on the board yet. I mean, as far as marquee matchups. Hey, what do you think of John Shire, by the way?
I haven't been a fan of John Shire. He's a little vanilla for my taste. But I'll give him a chance. We'll see what happens. It's my team. I got to see what happens. But like in the history of Duke, he was never like my favorite player ever. Not even close to
it. Hold on. Let me just guess. Wojo. That was your favorite player.
No, Bobby Hurley. It's who I talk about all the time.
Bobby Hurley. It's always been Bobby.
I just figured it would be
I knew that.
At the very beginning of it.
And Christian Laettner, JJ Redick, Jason Williams was one of my favorites. I loved Cherokee Parks. I was a big Cherokee Parks.
I know this is a dumb question, but you've obviously seen the documentary with Christian Laettner about the most.
Oh yeah,
and I mean, I couldn't stand Duke in that era. But I obviously growing up in Michigan and whatever, and it was hard. But I was rooting. Yes, tonight
I saw him win the national championship game in Minneapolis the second year. UC was there. It was UC, Indiana, Duke, and Michigan, the Fab Five. And I was there and watched the game. And UC lost to Michigan, Indiana lost to, and then Duke won the back-to-back. And I literally, that's back when there was like security. You go walk right up to players and ask for autographs. So like Chris Webber, they were all sitting in the front row. Chris Webber, Christian Laettner, all those guys. I got like their autograph. I don't even know what happened to it, but it was pretty amazing. Nowadays, those guys would be so big you couldn't get that close to them. No.
I'll tell you what, I forgot how awesome it was to go to a live basketball game. Because I haven't been in like forever living out here. I haven't been. I've been to one UNLV game since the whole time I've been out here. But and we had pretty decent seats. We're about 15 rows up off the court, and towards one end of the rim. But just the event in general, and I know I'm being a homer here because I watched the Pistons, and they came back from 15 points down at halftime, and it was a good game. They did it for me. They did it, and
but the NBA is not nearly as good as the NHL. Like in person.
Oh, I was just gonna say the NHL. Mandy was sitting there. We're sitting there, and she goes, "Man, she goes, you forget how like the rink looks so much bigger on TV, but when you just hear the snap of the puck, where it just passes from stick to stick, and when you hear somebody get checked in the board, you're like, bam."
That's some shiz right there. DeGrom being a Ranger, they've got a Seager and what's his name?
That ain't it.
That would be intense. The Rangers would be.
The Rangers are undercover good.
Yeah, well, because they got, what is it? Didn't they get Simeon and Seager? Or the two they got? It's 2 S's, I think.
Right, but Steve Cohen has like FU money. There's no way he's not out with everybody. I mean, he's not. He's going to be like.
If I'd have won that Powerball, I'd have got FU money. And I'm just telling y'all, I love y'all. I'd send you all of you would get postcards.
Well, think about Steve Cohen. He has 500.
I don't want a freaking postcard. I want a beamer. Okay, don't send me a goddamn postcard if you win megabucks. I want a beamer.
I can't buy my daughter's initials are BMW. It was the worst
Bob
thing
Marley
I ever did in my life.
Man.
She turned 16.
Okay,
she's like,
cool,
"Where's
fine.
my car?"
I'll settle for a Bentley. It's fine. God, semantics.
I know. Ooh.
Whatever. Just give me a Rolls. Call it a day. I don't care.
I will send you all the Matchbox 20 Rolls, BMWs.
This is your old last Woody. Okay, so this is AJ's old last Woody, guys. This is his numero uno, number one stunner.
Over 2.5 shots.
All I want, this is the Craig's going away present gift if you win.
2.5 shots on goal.
Is I want a private concert with Kenny Chesney because he's my
boss. Yeah, okay. I'll call Kenny right now.
Dude, you can freaking aim higher, dude. What about like the Pussycat Dolls? That's a private concert I'd like to be involved in. Just
$1 million, I'm sure, would get me a private concert with Kenny Chesney. And $1 million is like, dink. You could just flow that around the
money. I feel like I know a guy who could get you a private audience with Kenny Chesney.
I mean, Kenny Chesney's not that popular right now. I mean, I'm just saying.
I think he is. I went to 2 concerts this summer. He sold out 2 stadiums I went to.
Wow. You know.
In like 20 minutes.
He's like the next what's his game? Cheeseburger in Paradise guy.
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. Yeah, Kenny Chesney. He's the next Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett wants to sell a stadium. He sells a stadium like that. These are guys who are just like, they just do this for fun at this point.
All right, I'll put it on my to-do list. Get you a private concert with Kenny Chesney.
I forgot to sign for $35 million a year is what he did.
Right, but
I need to go.
The Tigers. They got the money.
No, the Tigers aren't going to pay him. They're not going to pay him anything near that. Like, I mean, if you put a dot between the 3 and the 5, that's what they would pay him. But they're not paying. They don't have the money. They don't have the money because
that's still ridiculous. Yeah.
I mean, they're still, first of all, they're still struggling from the last contract they gave him and Scherzer. And
they're probably still paying him already.
Yeah. And then Cabrera's contract, I think I still got one. I think I'm paying it. Like, I think we still have one more year on
Ken Griffey Jr. So if the Reds are still paying Ken Griffey Jr., I'm guessing they're probably still paying Verlander.
I mean, it's not Bobby Bonilla or anything, but
the Reds are like Bobby Bonilla, not as much, but it's crazy how the have-nots in baseball have to stretch these contracts out where they're paying guys 20 years after they're with the team. I mean,
hey, is Baker Mayfield starting tonight for the Panthers?
I don't think so.
All
the props,
PJ Walker.
All the props were PJs tonight. Like when you logged into the sportsbooks to bet them, I
would take PJ Walker and Baker Mayfield in a parlay to both throw over a half interception because PJ is going to get benched and Baker's going to come in and throw it right to the other
We
team.
just played like 2 weeks ago, and they lit up the scoreboard, both of these teams.
I like Atlanta, but I worry about the weather and them playing outside. Atlanta's undercover good.
The line says they're begging you to take the Panthers. I mean, I took a total.
Scares the shit out of me. I like the under. I'm at my teaser is 6-point teaser is
I know where the money's at. Wyoming medicine.
Sure. I do actually.
What is that?
You know what the best thing? You know what the best thing, Allie, about the FanDuel Sports app, and I'm plugging the shit out of your app, your promo right. The best thing about this is on every game when you click on the game, and then there's like subcategories like half, like for the first half or game props, you can go all the way to the end, and you can look at the line history, and it's so you don't have to do the math. It tells you this line opened on last Monday at this, and Tuesday, this how much money was here, and this is where it went, and it shows you everything you broke down at the beginning of the show, Allie. It'll show you per game, and it shows you it did all the work and showed you all how this much money's on this side, and this is what it did. And
here's what mine looks like when I do it. I do it on pregame. That's the site that I go to. So there's like overview odds, and then I go to the consensus, and where those red lines are, that's telling you the money, and then that's the percentages on the side and on the total. So I don't like that it doesn't break it down by time. I know one of our competing sites who I used to use did it by time.
FanDuel does it by time.
I think either Barstool or DraftKings does it as well.
Yeah. FanDuel does it
I don't
by
want
time.
to promote Barstool because they don't have deals with me, but they're the only one that doesn't have a deal with us. But
I'm starving and they won't let me talk, so I'm just going to eat and write things.
What is that?
Go-gurt.
A go-gurt.
It's a go on the earth.
It's go-gurt too.
My daughter used to love those things.
I still love them.
I'm taking the Tulsa-Memphis game over in a teaser, and I'm taking the Atlanta-Carolina game under in a teaser.
I think these game ties. Tulsa, because they both suck recently. I mean, they both.
Yeah, it's going way over that game. But Bowling Green got written off the Christmas card list last night.
Oh my God.
32.5.
The Buffalo is written off. I mean, they were up 24-7.5.
I had Buffalo on the money line.
On fourth down, the open the third quarter, and then they gave up like 2 touchdowns back to back. I was like, you don't deserve to win. You're up 17 points and you punt the ball. You don't go for it on the other side of the field. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna let you guys get back to your thing.
Back to work.
Yeah, back to work, and good job, good job. Keep up the good work, Allie. Go-Gurts in style.
It needs to be sponsored by Bud Light and Go-Gurt.
Yeah, 100%.
Or maybe you put those together. It's like Bud Light's in the Go-Gurt. It's like what's that?
Do you know the amount of 8 Mile vodka I drank this weekend? Ugh.
Actually, we all should have bought stock in 8 Mile vodka. We all bought like a little bit of stock in 8 Mile vodka this week.
There was a lot of Crown Royal that was involved as well.
Why are we drinking vodka? That's what I have to say.
Vodka and Powerade so I can stay hydrated and healthy.
Vodka's for
Baker Mayfield on his way to Uncle Rico talent.
So I was supposed to be at a concert tonight, see Chase Rice and then I get a message from Ticketmaster. Nothing from Chase Rice that says why he canceled. It just said it's canceled. It's just till like April. I'm like, what? So then I tried to cancel my hotel. I was gonna stay up there 2 nights in Columbus, Ohio. $500 2 nights, no refund.
So you going up there anyway?
No. I got nothing to do. So I did call, and they finally said they'll cancel. I'm too late on the first day. They'll cancel the Friday instead of just Thursday. And I was like, well, that's awful nice. So $250. The guy, because he changed his concert date with nothing. Literally, nothing on Twitter, nothing on Facebook, nothing.
No.
Like, hey, I got a voice issue, whatever. Penile implant, whatever the deal is.
Whatever it is.
Anyway,
that's fair.
All
right, get out of here. Tim Earle's here. Tim Earle's here to save the day.
Be good.
All right, bye.
Jeez, no pressure. Here to save the day. Yikes.
Craig Trapp was going to ramble and tell us about hoodies and
country artists. No, thank you.
Country artists.
Now there's another one. feel like
I'm
I'm never
sorry.
going to say anything the whole time I'm on today.
Tim Earl only came on to get Craig Trapp off.
Well, I only came on because you said to come on Thursdays now. So
I want you here.
I'm just doing my job.
Yes, I do want you here.
All
I'm
right,
sorry.
I'm leaving.
I have a million things I need to tell them. I've like missed a million opportunities to tell them things, and
Do it. Tell them.
it's okay. I love Craig Trapp. I'm grumpy today. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep well, and I'm just grumpy today. And clearly, I'm very hungry. That's why I'm downing Go-Gurts like they're going.
But your
out of
shirt
hot.
looks amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. How about that hair, though? Just saying.
I said the shirt. Calm down. Don't get carried.
You get out of my chat. Done with you.
Okay, so one thing that we want to touch on, because remember, this is all about, it's the beginning of college basketball season, so I'm going to remind you guys about a lot of things that I used to tell you in the past, right? Numero uno, I don't lay big points. We talked about it yesterday. Laying big points is not a great way to go. As opposed to laying big points, I do like to take points in the first half with teams that are getting a ton of points, right? That's one thing I do. However, we mentioned Wyoming. And Tate brought it up. It was something that we talked about last season a lot. Laramie, Wyoming has a very high altitude. And when teams play there, except for Air Force, apparently, football, whatever, still not over it, it slows everybody down. Okay, so Wyoming's second half is typically a pretty good little bet. And just Wyoming in general at home. Plus, I forget how the Cowboys are supposed to be this year, but I'm going to get deep on my Mountain West. Here it is right there. Good
I think
call.
they're the second odds to win the Mountain West behind San Diego State.
Was that what it was? Okay, because I saw Boise at the top
They're like
when I looked,
350.
but I
Or
wasn't
450,
sure.
something like that.
How about those Jackrabbits last night?
Damn right, Jackrabbits. I didn't bet them last night. That line was a 7. We had it at a 7. We didn't bet it, although we love our Jackrabbits.
Yes, we do. I took it at 5.5 and was okay with that.
That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
we just follow our numbers and wherever that goes.
Mavericks -3 for Jorman Benedetti. All right. How do you feel about them? I see you shaking your head there. So no.
I have one NBA play and it's on the opposite side. I like Washington tonight. You're getting Dallas off of a back-to-back. Washington's a little bit more rested. And at home dogs are hitting at like 60% this year. So I'm going to ride with home dogs.
Mavs -3. Okay. I'm with it. I'm going to take a shot at Pop Country. Gardner Webb +6 for Michael. Who you liking in college today, Tim?
I gave out 2 free plays for ESB and stuff last night. I did App State. I got them at 4.5. They're up to 5.5. I felt like that was good value against NC Central. And then I just did a video with UMass. I took UMass, regular UMass versus Towson. I got them at +1. I believe now there are 1.5 because there's some players for Towson who are out tonight. So
I like Towson, but yeah, that I was not okay.
There was like a sickness or something going around, and like they're missing 3 starters or whatever. So I'm on UMass, but I got a good number on it.
Fennis Dembo. I don't know that name. Fennis Dembo. His mother must have hated him. Lazio team total over 1.5. And we also have Lazio on the money line for any of you soccer bettors. Lazio team total and on the side is how our soccer guys are going to play that.
So Lazio, got it.
Lazio over 1.5. Yeah, my mom hooked me up with some Italian clothing. Let me tell you that about my mother.
There you go. Can't complain with that one.
Too. I got a Roma hat. It's not my best look, but
I got my Vegas hat on right now.
I was with you when you got that.
Yup. And I have a Sabres hat. I just don't know where I set it down.
Oh my God, I just drew on my new shirt.
Wait, do you guys realize it's the Golden Knights against the Buffalo Sabres tonight in the marquee matchup of the NHL?
I got a hat for that too.
Let's go.
I've got my I got my one pass thing for the road crew when they came to Raleigh before the Carolina Hurricanes game.
Mavs is up to 5 on DraftKings. Lenny, can you check the number on the Mavs? And then can you come back in to give me your opinion on this hockey thing? I did like what you were doing with it, Stop Geo, just because I don't know a lot about hockey, but I like it because I follow trends, and that seemed like a really good trend thing to go with. Hold on, I'm looking for you.
I've got 3.5 and 4s.
I got
as
5
for
on FanDuel for
oh wow,
5.
I do see
Okay.
4.5s out there on like
normally FanDuel and DraftKings have some really weird lines sometimes. Like you'll get
Yeah,
way better
MLB
lines
has
on
that
them.
too.
There'll be times where you'll either get a really, really good line with them, or that's the last place you would want to go for a line. It's never in between.
I was just gonna say that.
And it's always,
I mean, some of them it's like 20-cent
and then
difference.
DK and FanDuel, like obviously I don't have those books because it's not legal in North Carolina, but that's the place where you would want to go if you bet your early lines, because their early lines, especially for college football, are always super far off. Because they just want to get a line out there so to get people to get betting, and all of a sudden they'll open it up at like a -3, and then by the time people really start betting and all the other books come out, it's like a 7. It's just like, wow, okay, TK was way off.
A lot of time, I was just gonna say 3 is a perfect number as an example because you'll get that 2.5 or 3.5, that key hook, and then that 6 days prior. Next thing you know, at game time comes Saturday or Sunday, that game's at a 6, 7, and you're like sitting at 2.5, and you're like, let's go.
That's why I always liked college football season for Boyd Gaming, like Samstown, home of the free half point. I've told both of y'all about it. It's the home of the free half point. They've just always they cater to those dog bettors in that way because they have so many players that are always on the favorite that they can kind of afford to give you that extra half point. And if you're that
which
kind of
I also use an app, and Tim knows this, BetStamp, who they kind of turned me on to Nick and Tim, and I could track it helps you track your own bets kind of thing. But I like it because I can look up a game like tonight. I can look up Atlanta, Carolina, and Thursday Night Football, and then it'll list whatever books I tell it to list.
Every single book.
Yeah, you can, and then it'll say the best line and the best odds, and that's what you really see. Where Caesars and MGM maybe will be at like -110, and then the other one might be plus 100, like even money, and you're like, shit, I'll take that plus even money rather than paying the juice at -110. And it's the difference between me going to Caesars or MGM or FanDuel or whoever. Shop your lines, and if you could find a one-stop shop that'll just show you. Before that, I had to log into each one of these apps. It took forever. So
and I always noticed whenever I looked at that, the best line was always on a book called Pro Line Plus, which we cannot get because it's a government book in Canada. But that you would always see, like in college basketball, on like the first day, you would see like
probably
Michigan -15.5
anyway.
everywhere. But then on Pro Line, it was 11 and a hook. It's like, wow, so much different. There's some crazy lines on those books sometimes, but yeah, it's best to shop your lines. That's a good example.
You had a question about NHL?
Yeah, it took me 15 minutes to find it. Then I pulled it up. Then you guys talked for 10 minutes, and then I let it go because I got over it.
Okay. That was my answer.
The end.
The end.
I'm grumpy. I'm super
I like
grumpy.
the Knights on the puck line, by the way.
Bad money.
Plus money on the road.
Nick does too. He didn't bet it though.
I did.
Nick's got the under.
And I just took UMass against Townsend for real money, not just in
going the right way.
I like that one.
So that UMass Townsend line, that's what other college basketball do you guys like together?
UMass Lowell that line is looking right. The 7 up to a 8.5 against Columbia. UMass Lowell, and I know Rick had said that he was kind of into that also. EKU, there's a couple of you that are on that. That line is actually not going the right way. It's moving more towards Western Kentucky, but I don't think it's that big of a difference. But just while we're talking about things.
So is UMass
Stonehill, that's who that is. Stonehill and Quinnipiac. You're going to take Stonehill? I have 10.5 on my book or on my thing here. But this
I forgot to write that game down because I forgot Stonehill was Division 1.
Are they? I mean, a lot of teams
they're a new Division 1 team this year.
Oh, good for them. Get it, Stonehill. Welcome to the
But I will
party.
say, I
Welcome
found
to
another
the Big Boy Club.
I found another Division I team that I'm going to start rooting for. I'm going to like the Southern Indiana Screaming Eagles because they're the Screaming Eagles.
Screaming Eagles. All right.
I thought that was a really cool name when I heard that one. I'm like, ooh, Screaming
Screaming
Eagles.
Eagles.
Okay.
Western Carolina. Maryland's moving towards Western Carolina. PSU looks like they're the play. I'm just kind of going through. Colgate looks like they would be the play over
Give me
Brown.
Houston Christian plus 36 against Texas.
That's a rough
Christians.
I forgot
Christians
Houston
play
Christian
ball.
was a Division I school too.
Those Christians. Hey, those Christians
That's one
ball.
that I might take the points first half. The other thing to remember too is with teams that like we were talking about tips, right? And it doesn't necessarily mean right now, but a lot of these teams that are playing smaller schools, teams like Texas or your Dukes that are going to be playing in tournaments later on, that are going to have real competitive schedules later on, they're going to want to make sure that it's not just their starters that are getting court time, okay? So a lot of times at the end of the game when they get those really big leads, it's not just about resting your starters like they would in the NBA. It's about giving your bench playing time, because if one of those guys goes out and it's March or it's Big Ten tournament time, which is also in March, coincidentally, you're going to want to make sure that those younger guys have minutes. So keep that in mind, that those leads can shrink right down. Do they play or prop college? They don't play or prop college, do they?
There is some. I don't have them on my thing.
I
remember
seems to be very offshore.
I remember playing DFS for college basketball a couple of times.
Really?
So they do player props and stuff.
I wish they did player props in college football.
They do.
I want to say it's like a betting thing, like because they're kids and shit, but I don't know. Taking under 40.5.
I believe they do player props for it.
Wait a minute. Is this a football game? Under 40.5?
Probably 140.5. 140.5.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on. Or is it a team total?
I was going to say, whoa.
I'm going to pull it up just to make sure.
Take the over if it's 40.5 right now on every contest.
I'm way over, 100%. Yeah. Oh, there it is. He got it under 140.5. Sorry, Brian. I just didn't. Okay. We got there. Thanks for trying. Sorry, Gio. Tim Screaming Earl, biggest Screaming Eagles fan.
That's it. I'm gonna go purchase myself a Screaming Eagles shirt just because why not?
I love March Madness. I hate everything else in between. I love tournament. I love tournament time. I do. I love tournament time because by the time the tournament comes around, I've listened to these two talk about so much college basketball. I actually know what the hell I'm talking about now. Just by being a part of shows with them. Yeah, exactly. You can have a hockey conversation.
The hockey season, I'm a freaking genius.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll talk college basketball. People are like, wow, you really follow college basketball. I'm like, no, not really. I just have conversations with Allie and Tim. And they are my college basketball people.
Okay, so let's do our daily check-in over on the site. On Tuesday, the Earl Sports Bets was above Terry Edelman. Yesterday, Terry was above Earl Sports Bets, but today, Earl Sports Bets has regained the lead, 80-70, and Terry is still strong at second. And then over the last 30 days, ESB $2,000 over the last 30 days. What are our hottest cappers doing? ESB is number one. Terry Edelman is number two.
I believe hottest cappers is last 7.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Little extra stat in there that could be the same.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have to promote you. I was just trying to do a good thing.
Oh no.
I would buy my shit from Terry, guys. Just go to
Terry. 100%. Jump on Terry for all your college basketball.
Every time the power hour comes around and Terry has to give out a parlay for college football, he's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And he's like,
it's the Canadian thing. They don't have college. They don't have our.
They don't do college stuff. No, he's good with his hockey.
College in Canada, I can't name. I'm sure there's a University of Ottawa or something.
I know there's a University of Nova Scotia.
Mary.
Oh, Nova Scotia. I like it.
But here's the thing. He crushes it on the power hour in his props. I think he lost.
He always.
I think he's like
he won his last week. He had Tulane and UNC minus 2.5 each.
Yep.
Yeah. On the alternate spread
too, and I cashed that.
I think he's crushing it, and that's what's great is he hates it, but he's crushing it. Yeah, that's the funniest.
Get
part.
it, Terry.
All right, guys. So if y'all are looking for premium plays, like I just showed you over at picksandparlays.net, I proved it. The Earl Sports Bet Squad is hot. Terry Edelman's hot too. Use that promo code NFL. You can get both of their packages. Put Terry and Earl Sports Bets into your cart and use that promo code NFL, and it's going to save you 20% off whatever's in your cart at checkout. So, I mean, you guys are crushing it right now. I like the friendly duel, but the fact of the matter is you're both making our people a ton of money right now, and get it, guys, get it. Also, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. FanDuel's got the no sweat first bet up to $1,000. The link is in the description of this video. And the primetime prop drop with Scott Reichel for tonight's Thursday night football game is already out, so you can go and check that out. I'm going to bring you guys in so you can take a look at the board and screenshot it. Anything else we need to know, Timothy?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you at 5 p.m. Eastern on Game Time Decision then.
You will.
All right. Thanks for coming on the show.
No problem. See you later.
Bye-bye. Okay. We'll see you on Game Time Decision. Also, oh, shit. I'll ask you after the thing. I was going to say, do you want to switch? I can't think of the name of Power Hours. I want to say
words.
Drop.
Use your words. This is what Mandy tells me. Use your big boy words.
Big boy. Do you want to switch Power Hour with me for tomorrow? Okay. Would you do that?
You want me to do today and you do tomorrow?
Yeah, Esther has a field trip today, and it's not required, but it's at the National Atomic Bomb Testing Museum, and I kind of want to check it out. So,
holy shit, is that a bar?
Yeah, right. It should be.
It should be.
Also,
first of all, there was a bar in Michigan called the Atomic. It was just the Atomic Bomb Bar, and it was like when we were like 21, and you could get 25-cent like beers in these little plastic cups. And it was downtown Mount Clemens, and we would go, me and two of my buddies, and we would just order like a tray of the shittiest beer they had in draft for 25 cents. And it was like she'd come back, and it looked like those little plastic cups like you'd have in the bathroom to rinse your mouth. And shots of beer are not a good idea, folks. Never.
Oh, dude! In college we would do the Power Hour, and that's what it was. Every minute you take a shot of beer, and good luck on that, homies. Good luck on that. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so this is the part of the show where I'm going to bring this board in, and you guys can take a screenshot of it, okay? Some of you over here, Brian Gillihan, I know you're in the chat. You're still in the Woody D-Talk. I saw you, Tate. So some of you are still in the Woody. I've got you here. These are the buzzer beaters. It's only basketball, but I'm going to pull you guys in so you can take a picture of the board to reference later. Don't forget, if your buzzer beater pick comes true, you got to come back tomorrow and make another one. Sugar nuts. Actually, it might just be easier. Ah! Oh, my God. Okay, things are happening. It's fine.
Sugar balls.
I don't know what I did. Okay. Okay.
Good?
And with that being said, we've got to close out the old show. No, I've got to hook this back up.
I feel like we should have that old school thing that goes across and it's all colored and it says, due to technical difficulties, Morning Wood will be aired tomorrow.
That was so frightening. Okay, let me show you guys again. Okay, now it's all on there. There you go. Take your picture of the board in 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, now the screw on my light just came off. What the hell is happening? Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Let me just double check these comments real quick. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Just about to go Blair Witch style on us. It's scared me. I didn't know what's happening.
That's a fucking great comment. I'm just going to tell you right now because it's true.
We were picking basketball, and then all of a sudden... Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I need to go eat some food. You guys have a great day. Good luck to everybody. I'll see you again at 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Good luck unless you're against Lenny.